Hi, my name's Dr. Bruce Quinn, and I'm an expert on Medicare policy for new technology. And that's a great lead-in because I just wrote an article on Medicare policy for new technology. You can find it at Inside Precision Medicine, April 2022, and I'll put a link in the notes below. So here's the article. There's a never-ending debate if FDA is too loose or too strict. And the same debate can apply to CMS. Should they cover this? Should they not cover that? The whole point of my article is to make this multidimensional. There are thousands of Medicare policies that can encourage or block innovation. Let's highlight a few of them. CMS has issued some national coverage decisions recently that are really worth a look at. For example, for next-generation sequencing in cancer, CMS has promised to cover both tumor tests and germline tests as soon as they are FDA approved. In part, this is a maneuver to reward the FDA process, but it provides clear public policy incentives. And we want to move colorectal cancer screening to blood tests that are accurate and convenient. Medicare already has promised to cover them when innovators produce them, if they're FDA approved and if they're 74% sensitive and 90% specific. That means they pick up 3 cancers in 4 and have only 10% false positives. So basically, only 1 patient in 10 would get a signal they need a colonoscopy. This coverage decision literally precedes the tests, the first time CMS has done that. There's some cool stuff at the Medicare local level too. MolDX sets molecular testing policies in 30 states and has some really good ideas. They now do foundational LCDs, which are umbrella LCDs or use cases with basic ground rules laid out. The coverage can evolve as fast as new tests evolve. MolDX also provides increasingly clear and easy-to-follow templates for its tech assessments. The newest one for infectious disease testing is a really great example. Here's the policy for minimal residual disease testing. They will cover 2 use cases for cancer recurrence after surgery and for drug response. They will cover testing either in solid organ cancers or leukemia lymphoma. However, each particular use case and test gets its own evaluation following a template. This provides a clear runway and de-risks development. Bad news. Okay, there are plenty of counterexamples. Here come 3 big ones. CMS proposed a program called MCIT, Medicare Coverage for Innovative Technology, giving coverage to FDA-approved breakthrough devices. In 2021, CMS killed this idea and withdrew it before it was even implemented. In the article, I discussed that most of the concerns about the policy were overblown or really self-limiting. I also did some financial modeling which showed MCIT could double or triple the value of a phase 1 or phase 2 risky, high-value, innovative product. A lot of thought went into the MCIT idea, and hopefully CMS will revisit this area. Bad news too. Putting out local decisions is painfully slow, with a year or 2 in consideration, just thinking about it, and then a year or even more in publication and final review. This shows a real example of unintended consequences, and it needs to be fixed. Bad news 3. CMS bundles hospital inpatient and outpatient services zealously into fixed-fee pricing. But this may put a $500 test bundled inside a $100 outpatient office visit, and hospitals are repelled by that. Some tests can get reimbursed, like human DNA tests, but not next-generation proteomic tests or microbiology tests that are coming. Again, there are many possible solutions, but we need to be aware of the problem. I'll conclude by saying, when CMS does something that's really good for innovation, we should thank them for it. And when there's a policy that's really a barrier, and some technologies run into nightmare problems, we should understand where that barrier comes from and try to come up with constructive solutions. On that note, CMS recently created a new office for technology coding and pricing, which is meant to be an entry point for issues and concerns and paths forward. Thanks for watching.